Dealing with people with money who are able to get me whatever I need, whenever I want it, however I want it. You broke, say that. If you broke, just say that.
Maybe you should work.
I don't need to work.
That might help. Like,
I don't need to work.
so do you want to marry me or you want to marry my wife?
I want to marry.
You don't want to go through with the wedding?
No, not no courthouse wedding. No, I don't. I'm not getting married.
Because you just want to do it for the gram. Like, you just want to show off
for the gram. I
for
want to do
social
it for
media.
me. We supposed to be getting married at a venue. I already told you that's what I want. Big wedding, big dress, big venue. Everything blinged out. You already know what I want.
Because you just want to flex on your little cousins and your peers. I thought we was doing this for us, though.
We are doing it for us, but we can do it how I said I want it done.
So
if we can't do it how I said I want it done, then we don't have to do it at all. I'm not getting married at no courthouse. What do I look like getting married at a courthouse? Like, that don't even sound right. That's not even a wedding. Like, you being mad cheap right now and mad weird for no reason.
I'm being cheap, but you on a whole cruise right now.
Okay,
you ain't had to pay a dollar.
Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm used to dealing with people with money who are able to get me whatever I need, whenever I want it, however I want it. You broke, say that. If you broke, just say that. I'm used to dealing with people with money who are able to get me whatever I need, whenever I want it, however I want it. You broke, say that. If you broke, just say that.
This is a good opportunity to give her space so she can go back and find those previous partners who had money.
So what am I? Is this supposed to be like some sugar daddy type situation, or you want me to be your husband?
If that's what you want to call it, if you want to call it a sugar daddy because it makes you feel better.
I don't want to.
If it makes you feel better saying sugar daddy, then say that. But
I mean, that's what you're putting me in the
I'm
mind.
not putting you in the category as being a sugar daddy. I'm just telling you what I'm used to. You know what I come from.
Now you feel crazy.
You know what
sound
I'm used
crazy.
to. So I don't care how it sounds.
You're putting these crazy stipulations on our wedding because.
It could be that.
Like, how you sound?
Are you broke? Can you afford it? Can you afford it?
Is the ocean wet?
Okay, then. So what are you complaining about?
What do you mean? Can I afford it?
It seems like he has the money to pay for it, but he is probably planning to use it for the house down payment or something of similar importance.
Whatever I see that I want.
You're going to say you want a big behind house, right?
Right.
You're going to say you want another car, right?
Right.
So that's just
and I expect you to get it.
I mean.
Okay.
I don't know. We're not seeing eye to eye on this. Right?
At this point, then, if we're not seeing eye to eye, I don't think it's going to work then. Because that's just what it's going to be.
Maybe you should work.
I don't need to work.
That might help. Like,
I don't need to work. What it's gonna be.
Maybe you should work.
I don't need to work.
That might help. Like,
I don't need to work.
She wants to choose an expensive place to get married, but at the same time isn't willing to contribute. Why can't she get a job? Things would be easier if she was working.
Because you want a sponsor.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to.
I want a man who makes sure I get what I want when I want it.
You want a sugar daddy. That's what you want.
If that's what you want to call it. I want a provider. That's what I call it.
So, you being out here on Nite bring her to the Bahamas, 7 days, bought all her whole wardrobe, paid for everything,
that's
drinks and all that.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's not being a provider.
That's your job.
Most girls out there getting Applebee's.
Okay.
And you still being ungrateful.
You see what I want.
Alright, so let's say in an event I couldn't afford no wedding like that.
Then we wouldn't be getting married.
So that's what it's about.
That's exactly what
it's about the money.
It's not about the money. It's about what I want, and what I want is.
But I thought what you wanted
wedding.
was me, though. I thought we was doing this for our love.
We can do that for love. That's
See,
nice.
I just want to live like a normal, little, nice, little, happy, quiet life. But
that's
she want to
nice.
be all festive.
Yes, because I'm a festive person.
And try to keep up with the Joneses. Like, that's not what
I
it's
don't even know the Joneses. I'm a festive person, and I like to have the best, and I deserve the best. And that's what you said you was going to give me.
That's social media stuff out your head.
Live up to your words. Stop being cheap.
That's social media stuff out your head.
Live up to your words. Stop being cheap. I'm not getting married at no courthouse.
I'm nothing cheap about me, but I'm just saying.
That's like a joke right now.
We could be using those expenses for other stuff.
Okay.
Well said, and this is what she still didn't understand about life. While her thought process stopped at the wedding, his went beyond that event. He is already thinking about other more important things this money can be spent on.
You can make more money for other stuff after we get my wedding that I want. So don't ask me to marry you. Don't ask me to marry you at your no courthouse.
So do you want to marry me or you want to marry my wife?
I want to marry.
He is with who he wants to be with. That's his type. He probably passed over on some nice ladies who weren't blinged up enough. She's very honest, the rest is on him. I agree. To her, it's not about being with him, it's about what he can do. It's sad because I believe he loves her and will most likely give her what she wants. However, the relationship will only last until he doesn't have any more to give. Those are boundaries. She saved him a headache. She wants a wedding, not a marriage. She wants to be a bride, not a wife. She is not taking into consideration that he might not want to spend a lot on the wedding because he is likely planning to use the money for something that could benefit the family in the long run. Also, the fact that she is unemployed is not helping the situation, as he is managing everything alone. It can become a heavy load. Things would be a lot different if she was working. Imagine if she had a job, she could handle the wedding expenses while he focused on other responsibilities like their future home and investments for their family. But with no income coming from her side, things aren't easy for him. That's why it's crucial to find a partner who shares similar views about life. This difference in priorities shows why they're struggling. She wants to spend, while he is trying to plan wisely. He might actually be better off letting her return to her ex, who could provide her with the lifestyle she desires, so he could find a woman who shares the same values and also is willing to contribute financially. Finding a partner who is ready to work alongside him would ease the pressure and allow them to achieve their shared goals more effectively. It's not just about love, but about having a shared vision for their future. With the right partner, he could focus on creating a stable life without feeling overwhelmed by financial stress.
She believes that if a man faces any type of financial struggle, it means that he doesn't love his woman. And that's why she left her partner as soon as she noticed that money wasn't coming as it used to.
I left my husband. He knew
Right.
what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations. When you don't meet my expectations, I move the hell on.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle.
She is definitely living in a fantasy world. There are many reasons a man can find himself in financial struggles, and none of those reasons has anything to do with whether he loves his partner or not.
A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
I don't think that any man predicts or plans to have a financial struggle.
They make a way.
His job laid him off. What?
I mean, I don't care what he did, but he should have made a way. I shouldn't have had to.
You
touch
should make
no
a
bill.
way to the bus station.
Trust me, he's better off. She thinks too much of herself. She will learn. You definitely never stay down forever. Her mindset doesn't make any sense, because thinking that a man's financial difficulties is linked to how much he loves his partner is completely unrealistic. It's almost as if she is living in a different world where love and money are directly associated. This is not how life works, because things are always changing, especially when it comes to finances. So equating a man's financial struggle with his love for his partner is not only irrational, but it's also a recipe for disappointment. At this point, I believe that he won with how their story unfolded, because now he will be free to find someone else with a better understanding of reality. She probably doesn't know it, but her mindset will inevitably lead her to many challenges when it comes to finding a stable partner. Because most people go through financial challenges, and any man she finds will eventually face some struggles at some point, and based on her mindset, she'll be switching partners endlessly. It's like moving to a new city just because it's raining, not taking into consideration that at some point it's going to rain on the new city as well. As a good partner, she should be willing to support her man through difficult times, and together, they could have worked to overcome the struggles, instead of leaving.
Next, we have a woman who is probably new to the dating scene, and apparently, she is overwhelmed by the illusion of an abundance of options, and she has an interesting question for other single women.
Okay, girls, I have a question for you. Single girls, how many days do you think you need to have between partners? Anywho.
Whatever you're comfortable with. As long as you're being safe, the limit does not exist. Have fun. Days? If the date is over, book the next. Hope this helps. As many as you want, and don't you dare feel bad about it. My personal choice is not on the same day, but also responsibly thinking. We should be getting tested after every partner. Have fun and stay safe. Some people want to wait years while others may only wait a few hours or minutes. It's her choice. This difference in approach is what separates the current generation from the older ones, because back then, relationships were deeper and people connected on a more meaningful level. But now, everything feels more superficial, and that's why we see videos like this. Currently, most people are not serious about relationships. They focus on living in the moment. And to make it more interesting, they are often the same people who later will make another video to complain about the fact that they can't find a partner willing to commit. It's a predictable outcome of how things have changed with dating apps and social media. These platforms have given many people a skewed perspective of their dating options, making them feel like they have endless choices at their fingertips. The constant search for something new can prevent people from forming genuine connections, leading to a cycle of brief, unfulfilling relationships. When people treat relationships like temporary situations, it becomes harder to find someone who wants to build something lasting.
Based on what she has to say, it seems like social media got her confused.
Next time you hear a group of women or anyone in a conversation talking about going 50-50 with a man and it's not something you agree with, just don't react, act dumbfounded and ask what it feels like to have to pay a man to live with you. Because yeah, you have to pay for a man to live with you. Ooh.
Imagine paying a woman to stay with you. I hope all men who want to do 50-50 find their perfect man. That goes both ways though. As a grown woman, you should be able to pay for your own bills. You are not paying for a man to live with you. You pay for yourself. When it comes to sharing responsibilities, it's not about simply paying each other back or keeping a strict score. It's about truly supporting each other while building a life together. Too many people nowadays seem to be getting their relationship advice from social media, and for some reason they assume they can just apply those ideologies directly to real life. But in reality, that approach just won't work for most people in the long run, as most households will need two incomes for everything to function smoothly and for everyone to be comfortable. At the end of the day, we are all adults, and as adults, everyone should have the capability to take care of themselves at the very least.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we have another great lesson, and it will give you the right mindset when it comes to what to do when facing challenges. It can be related to your goals or life in general. It will make you understand that you still have the last say. If you stay down, it will be over. But if you get up and fight back, you still have a chance to make it happen.
Buster Douglas got knocked out. Nobody ever got knocked out by Mike Tyson and ever got back up. It was almost a 10 count. He was stumbling. It was 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Saved by the bell. He goes to his corner. The whole world is like, that's it. Once he comes back out, that's it. Mike's gonna just hammer him. And exactly that. Mike Tyson came out like, I got him. I got this kid up against the rope. I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. The world was shocked. And they went to Buster Douglas and they asked Buster Douglas simply like, what happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was gonna beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. He had a decision to make. When his mother died, he could die with his mother, or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out.
As we can see, Buster Douglas had an option. He could have stayed down and lose the fight, or he could have gotten up and fight back. We all know how that story unfolded, and this is exactly the same thing I want you guys to do. Anytime you are facing challenges, no matter it's in your personal life or things related to your business and goal, always make sure you remember this fight. It will make you understand that the decision you make matters, and it can take you in a different direction. And now it's all up to you to decide where you want to go. Your decision can make history, just like in that fight. When you are struggling, this is the time you need to put yourself back together and get up so you can fight back. Don't stay down because nobody will come to help you get back up. You need to do it for yourself. So it's in your hands. Another thing you guys must work on is your why. This is the most important thing, as it will fuel your mind and give you the type of energy and power needed to pull you back up. Just like in that fight, Buster Douglas wasn't just fighting for himself. He was also fighting to make his mother proud, and that gave him enough power to get back up and fight back, even though he probably was already done. So make sure you work on your why. This is all for today's video, and I hope you like it. Make sure you check our channel tomorrow for another great content.